This is Chris, the lottery guy. On today's video is going to be on the tic-tac-toe rundown for the pick 4. Okay, on the pick 4, this right here is going to be an all-state pattern on how to do this, and we're going to include the date some on that. But I'd like to do a shout out to everybody that lives in Mississippi. We will be getting a pick 4 January the 10th. That's going to be really great. Looking forward to that. So I'm playing that where we might win some big money. But anyhow, I've been using this numbers that I've been working on here lately. I've been working out of Florida, and this previous number right here that come up midday 5728. I have that on the +1 side. And then right here at an angle, we have a -1 on the 5728 on the midday. That's that morning draw. So what we want to do is we want to come up with the solution, the number, on how we're going to come up with the evening number for that day. So this is going to be showing you guys how to do it. Today is the 27th day of January. Not January, December is what I meant to say. But this right here, what I'm doing on this here is I'm showing you this for examples on how to do this. So if you will, you can take this rundown, and I'll show you how it works. Okay. If it's on the +1 side, excuse my fingers on holding this camera. Okay, on the +1 side is going to be right here, 7. What we'll do is we'll add 1. This is the +1. So we'll add 1, 8, 9, and of course we don't have a 10, we only use single digits, so that would be a 0. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, then we have all of our numbers are there on the +1 side. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the numbers on the mirror numbers for that. We'll do that right there. If you see right here, I have on the chart the mirror numbers chart. 1 will be a 6, or vice versa. If it's a 6, it'll be a 1. 2 is a 7, or vice versa. If it's a 7, it'll be a 2. 3 and 8, 8 is a 3. 4 is a 9, and 9 is a 4, and 5 is a 0, and 0 is a 5. So if you see how this works right here, you'll see that the 8, 3, okay, 8 will be a 3. Okay, 9 will be a 4, you see right here. 0 will be a 5. So return 0 is a 5. 1 is a 6. Write that in. So this chart right here will help you guys on doing that. I just want to show you guys how to do that. And if you see that, then we got to complete our whole entire box there. So we just go around, we'll fill them in. I can remember these by heart, but you guys is doing this video, watching this video, you can look at the mirror chart, and if you're first time beginners, first time tuning in on this channel, a lot of people, like I said, it's going to be the pick 4 for Mississippi in their state. But this right here is going to be for any state, because I'm using this number out of Florida. So, anyhow, it's going to work for anyone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to throw a little twist in here, and I'll show y'all guys here in a minute on how to do that. All right, now we're going to do 7 is a 2, 2 is a 7, 7 is a 2, 5 is a 0, okay, 7 is a 2, 8 is a 3, 9 is a 4, 2 is a 7, 6 is a 1, 5 is a 0, 4 is a 9, and 3 is an 8. Okay, now that didn't take long at all. It's complete. Right there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do our -1 box. Show y'all guys how to do that. And all you're going to do is go counterclockwise when you're doing these. I've done that on the +1. Is a counterclockwise, excuse me. So right here, 7 -1 would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, and a 5. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the mirror numbers on there. If you see the mirror number chart, I'm going to do that right there, but I'm hoping you guys maybe can look at this chart and see how to put those numbers in there. This video will run into a little bit of time if I sit there and go back and forth, and it'll get boring if I do that too. So the 7 is a 2, 6 is a 1, 5 is a 0, 4 is a 9. If you see I'm using a different color marker, I'm using an orange marker for making my mirror numbers. And that makes it easier to not get your numbers confused or mixed up when you use different markers. Okay, 7 is a 2, 2 is a 7, 6 is a 1, 3 is an 8, 8 is a 3. And I'm writing these in really close and down toward the bottom so you don't confuse them as a double digit. 2 is a 7, 9 is a 4, 0 is a 5. See how I'm writing this in right here real close? You can see that that's not a double digit to where you want to use that as a double digit. See, I made them a lot smaller right there, right down below the regular numbers. Okay, what we're going to do is now we're going to find our date sum. So on there, the 12th month, okay, the 23rd day, that would come up. You only add these two, the 2 and the 3 will be 5, and you leave these two over here alone. You just don't fool with them at all. So number 5 is going to be our date sum. So what I'm going to do is right now is I'm going to take another marker, a different color. This is what I like to do is switch them up. And I like using the pink marker for circling them because it's a bright color. So we're going to circle the number 5s. Okay, there's 5 there, 5 there. So only 2 of those on that. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do these on this side. There is a 5 there, and a 5 there, and I think here's one more. Okay, what we want to do is do this rundown before the next draw, because we do not know what the next number is going to be on there, except for I have it on my sheet because I know the next date already, because these are past days. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how these right here fall into place, how they fall into place around on the date sum. Okay, now we're going to look over here, we're going to look at our list, and the 23rd day of December, right here. This is our midday draw, 5727. That is what we use right here on our rundown, 5727, straight up and down on the +1. And then we run it at an angle, 5727 on the -1. That gives us a little different change up in numbers. So, with that being said, this is midday. 5727, that's what we used to get our numbers off of this. Okay, and come evening time draw was 0275. Okay, I'm going to take and write that down right here. 0275. That is our 4 digits. And what we're looking for is we're going to look for trying to find our numbers touching around the date sum. Okay, we have right here the date sum right here. 0, 2, 7, 5. You see that? That's how we got our number on that one right there. If you see I'm touching the 0 here, 2, 7, 5. Okay, what you're going to be doing is, because you're not going to know the exact number on this chart whenever you're guessing at the next day's sums. But what I'm trying to tell everyone is your numbers that comes out, you want to be picking the ones around your date sum. On that right there. Circled around your date sum in that area. It's only going to come up so many different numbers. Okay. There is only one time. 0, you look at the other one too. 0, 2, 7, 0, 2, 7, 0, 2, 7, 5. We could have done it in that pattern there also. 0, 2, 7, 5. So it would have been this pattern, and it would have been another pattern off that. I'll use a different color marker on that one and do that. 0, 7. We do 2. And then we'll do a 5 right there. So that just gives us 2 different patterns on that list. And what is best to do whenever you're doing these right here, it's best to keep these sheets of paper that you do your patterns on. Because you look at these right here, if you save them up, you want to look at those patterns because these patterns will fall in that same order back to back. Well, more than one time is what I'm going to say, not back to back. Okay, now what we're going to have over here is we're going to have to find the 0, 2, 7, 5. So we're going to do 0, 2, 7, 5, right there. We have 2 date sums. See how I'm keeping it in the date sums? That's what we're trying to do. Or if we could do it another way, we could do another pattern. 0, 2, 7, 5. Like that. So we have 2 patterns there. Excuse me. Didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay, then we're going to have over here on this side. Zero, 7, 5. I think I messed up on that one for 1 second. Let's see, I gotta get my bearings straight. Okay, 0, 2, 7, 5. Scroll that line out right there. 0, 2, 7, 5. That's where we got that number right there. So, 2 patterns here, 1 pattern there, 0, 2, 7, 5. And if you look at that, we have 2 patterns touching 2 date sums in the same way over here. So the number 5 was really good date sum on that right there on getting 2 different directions. So when you're doing your rundowns and you see more than one pattern in that right there, you may want to choose that. See, this showed up once over here, twice over here, and then it showed up over here. So look at numbers that match, that fit together. 0, 0, 2, 7, 5. That's right there within touching each one of those. So like I said, what you guys want to do is keep these patterns like you have on this sheet of paper. Save this pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and come up with a pattern list on this right here to where you can take and have multiple patterns. Now you can get too many patterns. But after you get just a certain amount, It fits in there really great where you're not buying too many numbers. So this is our tic-tac-toe strategy on the pick 4 using the date sum. Right here we used our date sums on this right here multiple times. And I've done my research on this right here to where this here works. And what I'm trying to do is whenever I'm doing my pick 4s, like I said, January 10th, we got ours in Mississippi. I've been working on Florida's for quite some time right now and doing different rundowns for that. But this right here is going to be an all state. The only thing you have to do in any state around is use your recent number. Your recent draw number. See right here? It's 5727. That's the number we used right here. 5727 at an angle right through there. That's what we done on that there. In any state you live in, say midday tomorrow, you want to use it midday tomorrow to find out that night's drawing. The only thing you have to do is do exactly what I did. Put your number down this line right here. Then on the +1 side, on the -1 side, put your number down this side at an angle. And then see if you can come up with 4 numbers that's touching your date sums. I hope everyone likes this video. If you will, please like and subscribe. And thank you very much.